Hey, what's the deal, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Honey. Welcome back to the channel. It is your girl, Miss Honey, here to do a Married to Medicine. I think this is season 5. Anyway, y'all know I'll put it down below. Completely shocked, waiting on Real Housewives of Potomac to start. And when I realized that Married to Medicine was coming on right after them, so I was like, okay, so we're off to the races. I want to welcome all my new subscribers to my channel. Thank you guys so much for subscribing and becoming a member of the tribe. If you are new to my channel and you like what you hear, I would love to have you as a member of my tribe. Hit that subscription button as well as that notification bell. You don't want to miss anything. Don't forget the thumbs up button. That's like saying, hey, Miss Honey. Okay, and please, of course, comment down below. Married to Medicine is back, you guys, and the girls seem to be really, really fractured. We open up with Heavenly and Dr. Jackie on Heavenly's podcast, which is called Open and Honest. ONH, and evidently Dr. Jackie has decided she's going to step it up. She has been accused of being kind of tepid, kind of lukewarm, and a little bit of a goody two shoes by the other ladies, but she has obviously decided that this season is going to be somehow different, and she is going to just tell it like a TIT is. Like, she's not pulling any punches. So all the ladies are in different places around the city. I think Toya and Mariah were in a spa getting spa treatment. Cecil was listening with Simone at home. We see, let's see where everybody else was. I don't think Contessa was listening to the podcast. Contessa got a lot going on, but we're going to talk about that. So there was a lot of shade being thrown. Obviously, Jackie was directed to ask a couple of questions. What do you think about Quad? Letting everybody know that Mariah was doing drugs. Like, I think Mariah's issue with that statement was that she felt like Dr. Jackie was saying it as though it was the truth. She didn't say it in a way that people would necessarily perceive it to have been maybe a rumor or a lie. She said it like it was the truth. Like, Quad had revealed the truth about about Mariah. And also she talked about how Heavenly talked about Cecil real bad. Evidently there was something that had happened um, where Cecil was sort of criticizing Heavenly for hitting below the belt or behaving in a manner that we've all seen. Y'all know that Heavenly can just be so alley. You know, she can be a real alley cat when she wants to. Evidently, he must have said something about it on Twitter or alluded to it, and she read him for filth on Twitter. He read her back, and it went back and forth, and then ended up with Simone blocking her. Because what happened was some of the stuff that she was saying to Cecil on Twitter to read him was things that Simone has shared with her in private, and y'all know how I feel about that. I feel like if your a friend comes to you and tells you something in confidence, you don't need to repeat it. It does not matter that everybody knows the secret, or everybody thinks that they know the secret, or thinks that they know a version of the secret. You just don't do that. It's in poor taste, it's in poor form, and the best way for you not to ever, ever, ever hear nothing else moderately, mildly, private about me is to tell something that you wasn't supposed to be telling, talking out of school, especially on Twitter. Oh no, you get blockety block, block, block. Okay, I will block your block. Hmm. I'll block your block. Oh yes. Oh yes. So Simone and Heavenly kind of are at odds. Mariah and Jackie are kind of at odds. And evidently things are never going to be right between Contessa and Toya, but we're going to talk about that. We see where um, Jackie and Curtis seem to be super duper happy. They bought a home. I think they gutted it and redid it and all of that. She seems super happy with the home. She seems a lot more open, a lot more free spirit. Like there's a lot more joy and jovialness in their home. I guess it's a good thing. You know, it's all great, right? For now. Apparently, also, Curtis is semi retired from coaching. I mean, it's, I don't see. I don't see the difference in Cecil being between jobs and Curtis being retired. Both of them got wives that are working that are probably the main money providers in the family anyway. I don't see the point in Heavenly making that an issue, but okay, let's just move forward. We see Heavenly and Quad, they've grown quite close. They go and do a vaginal steam. I've had a vaginal steam before. For whatever reason, it appears to be popping up everywhere now. I had a vaginal steam done, I don't know, 6 years ago maybe. um I be wanting to see. I be wanting to see. Like if you telling me that you see something in the leaves and stuff, I be wanting to see. What you see? What came out? What's there? I don't see nothing but leaves. Well, evidently these things are all new. They're all the rage for tightening and rejuvenation the natural way. But okay. So they go to do that. She want to clear out all the old Dr. G, and I hope we don't hear Dr. G name a lot this season. Like it's over. Let's move along. We see where they go do the vaginal steam and they talk about Simone, they talk about Mariah, and you know their differences between the two of them, the four of them all together, Simone with Heavenly, and Quad is evidently not featuring Mariah at all this season, or so she says. We see where Simone, Mariah, and Toya go to dinner, and Simone and Mariah do the bulk of the talking, each about Jackie, Quad, as well as Heavenly, and Toya is not as vocal as we have seen her in past seasons. She's not as vocal at all. So that's interesting. Well, apparently Heavenly says that she talked Damon into opening his own surgery center. I don't know why it couldn't just all be Damon's glory, but apparently he wouldn't have done it if she hadn't talked him into it, and she doesn't mind telling that. And she is going to throw a big Hollywood glam soiree for him in this facility. And she has invited all of the girls. Where Simone comes with her friend, I think Buffy, and her husband, Dr. David. I don't know if Buffy's a doctor too. And she's a plus size woman. I don't know if she's going to be a new cast member or not, but if she is, they're going to ride her real hard about being plus size. So that's going to be interesting. Um, we see where, so Cecil, Simone, David, and Buffy. We see Mariah comes with Toya because Eugene is showing up later. Y'all know Eugene is like Dr. Damon. He always working. He always working late, and he always showing up to the party late. I thought we were going to get to see Dr. Damon without khakis just one day, especially at this function, but apparently not. A khaki is his staple outfit. I'm just grateful he wasn't in scrubs. Y'all know he was down in Antigua with scrubs on. Like he just is always in scrubs, right? So everybody showed up. They looked really, really nice. I see Quad showed up. She seemed like she was fairly on time. Y'all know she notorious for being late. She had a beautiful gown on, and it was giving old world glam. I love that hair with the blonde streak in the front. I thought she looked really pretty. Heavenly always looks cheap. She always looks cheap, and she always looks a little glistening, you know, shiny. That hair looked like it had been oiled, like she took a straightening comb to it with some bergamot grease. I didn't understand that wig. Okay, and she does a good job of looking slim, but when you see her put on dinner wear after five attire, you can see that she is soft in a lot of places and pudgy. um, she just needs to be a little bit more buttoned up. Like losing weight and tightening skin is two different things. I only mention it because she's always got so much filthy stuff to say about other people. So it is my intent to stay in Dr. Heavenly's ass all this season. I'm just gonna put it out there. And I won't take it back. All right, Contessa and Scott. Contessa is studying to get a degree, a master's, I guess, or a PhD in public health. Her overall goal is to be Surgeon General of the United States, which is the supreme ruler of all the public health in the United States. I'm proud of Contessa. The only thing is that it's separating her from her family. She is a couple of days a week. She is in Tennessee. They have a rental property there that she's staying at, and she's going to school and she's studying. And Scott has to get the kids up and together and ready. He said out of his own mouth a couple of days a week. Now, I don't know if that's 2 days, which is what a couple means, or if it's 3 or 4 days and he's minimizing it. But it looks like it's going to be a little conversation about that later on in the season. I like Scott and Contessa because they're a real couple. They seem very genuine, but I don't know the yin and yang of their relationship, but he has really been very, very flexible in the last couple of seasons that I've seen him. So I don't have no problem with Scott. So he opens a surgery center and all of the ladies are there, and Quad purposely doesn't speak to Simone. Simone and Quad got, some situation. Simone and Heavenly got a situation. Mariah got a situation with Jackie. So the ladies are just on the outs. Now, it's a little tight inside, so they set up tents and seating outside. And so the ladies go outside. Some of the other ladies remain inside, and they go on a tour. We hear Damon talk about just how acute the surgery center is there, and he does pain management, so a lot of back surgery, things like that. Everybody's super proud of Damon. No one has a bad word to say about Damon. He is just a completely, seemingly he comes across as a very ethical, honorable man. I don't have anything to say about Buddy. He's he's very excited, and he's very excited about doing procedures and getting into it and owning it, being an owner and all of that. And of course, we can't have this moment where Damon is triumphant and everyone is celebrating him without Heavenly just inserting herself. She wants everyone to know at all times that this is her husband, and that she is completely and utterly devoted to him in every way possible. Of course, there's still sex talk coming out of her mouth in the confessional, and he's still, of course, very, very uncomfortable with it. So the ladies that were inside doing the tour come outside. Who's outside? Mariah, Simone, Toya, Contessa, Quad, Heavenly. They come outside. I think Buffy is there, and Mariah lets Jackie know that she doesn't appreciate, what she said about the cocaine comment. And she tells her, you really let me know how you really feel about me, and I appreciate that. She said, I can see your slip showing. And Jackie was like, but I was wearing pants. Like, she knows what Mariah is saying, but she is playing dumb and trying to be oblivious. This is Jackie's way. Jackie is a passive aggressive confronter. She doesn't really confront, although we're supposed to see something, a different side of her. But for the most part, she's passive aggressive. Okay. Then Heavenly and Simone. Simone just mentioned to Heavenly that she didn't appreciate how it went, and you shared some things that I shared with you, and I didn't like that. And Heavenly's like, everybody knew about your husband. I didn't like the fact that he was in women's business, and to me that was some BA stuff. Okay, and when she say B, she mean beer. And that's essentially calling Cecil a itch, right? Okay, and basically Toya chimed in and said, I don't remember how it all started, but for the most part, I think Toya was saying that's not right. We shouldn't call the husbands out of their name. And Contessa felt like, well, you did have something negative to say about my husband on the ship when he was taking up for me. That's because he was all in Simone's face. If I remember correctly, he was facing the opposite direction of Simone, and Simone was sitting on the couch. Now, she overreacted, like, don't come for me, don't come for me, don't come for me. And he was saying, no, don't come for my wife, don't do that. Contessa and Sky have always had each other's back. Just like Heavenly got Damon's back and Damon got Heavenly's back. I don't know why it was a big issue. Well, Contessa lost it. She was like, no, nah, I'm gone a couple of days a week, and the man that hold me down, you think you're going to sit around here and talk about him? You're not. And well, that was a itch move that he made. What are you talking about? Your husband is the very definition of itch acidness. Okay? So what are we talking about? Like, she got heated, and Toya was just sitting there. Now, later on, she said that she didn't say anything because she wanted everybody to see how Contessa really is. What are you talking about? Contessa is the realest one out of everybody here. She's never made any qualms about speaking her piece, speaking her mind about situations and things, okay? Especially when you are highly inappropriate, Toya. So I don't know what you're talking about. Now, we did get to see Toya in the house. They haven't moved yet. The house is still incomplete, and she obviously is in charge of picking out everything, and she's doing everything like grand style, very, very extravagant. I was like, oh, okay, you trying to work your husband into the ground. But he seemed like he okay with it. He like it. I love it. But in this moment, Contessa is heated. Okay, so Quad decides she gonna squash it all. Let's go inside. Let's not do this here at the event. Of course, Heavenly is like, why would y'all do this here? Why would y'all? You ruined so many events last season. Shut up, Heavenly. Shut your mouth. Ooh, she get on my nerves. I can't stand her. Anyway, you guys, that is basically Married to Medicine. It ended kind of with a bang. All the ladies left. What I didn't like was, I didn't like Mariah brought Lake. Why are you bringing Lake? Why would you bring Lake? Like, she don't say nothing. She don't have nothing to say. I thought your husband came with you. Why do you have Lake? I just don't understand it. Why are you continually bringing Lake in your mama places? If I was quiet, I would feel some type of way about it. Like, it's always like you squad up. I don't get it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this episode. Put it down below. I'd love to hear from you guys. And until next time, honeybees. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I holla.